Hi everybody and welcome to the Mental Toughness and Body Show. My name is Rob Evans and I'm your weight loss coach, health strategist and internationally published author, helping take your life, your business, your health, fitness, mindset and body from where you are right now to where it is that you really want to be. And I've got some good news to start off this morning because a number of people have been asking me how my daughter's doing. I didn't know this until yesterday morning, going into hospital, but she was able to come home yesterday. So she is at home right now, sleeping in her bed for the first time in 2 weeks. And I think she's happy to be back home. So we'll hope for her recovery to be full and complete and her be a happy little self again. So thank you once again for everybody's good wishes. Now today, a really special topic that is something that I'm truly passionate about. I'm going to talk about your health, your fitness, your wellness, your individual workouts specifically that you're doing to move your body, to move your health from where you are to where you want to get to. Now, I'm going to go through this in a level of detail that you've possibly never heard before, but I really want to trigger you today to think about how can you do things differently, because we know that most of the population is overweight. Most of the population has not achieved the level of health, wellness, focus, energy, vitality that they want. Everybody normally wants more for their body, the way that they look, but not to mention also their health. The way that we approach our workouts, the way that we approach our food is really, really important. So I want to walk through two scenarios here. Now I'm going to just walk through one which I'm calling Average Joe, and you might be able to relate to this. It could be Joanne, it could be Joe male, Joe female. So a typical person, Average Joe, wakes up, rolls over, probably goes back to sleep, okay? Or if they're feeling a little bit motivated, they'll wake up, they'll get up, they won't have any breakfast, they'll go to the gym, feel like they're doing the right thing, get to the gym first thing in the morning, not having any breakfast, they jump on the treadmill, they warm up for a bit, they then think, okay, better go lift some weights, go pick up some weights, no particular structure about anything, just going around lifting some weights, jump in the shower, post on social media that they did a workout today, maybe a photo in the gym that, wow, look at me, I did a workout. They have a coffee maybe, a muffin, piece of toast, something like that for breakfast. They're off to work and say, yay, look at me. This is what I did today. So that's what most people do in terms of their health and wellness routine. And that's without going through what they would do for the rest of the day. But that's fairly typical. I'm sure many of you can relate to it or know somebody that does that. Now, I want to talk to you about what the supreme athlete, if you like, the very focused person does instead. So they get up, normally nice and early. They focus on, so it's a workout day, obviously. They're focusing on the goal of the workout for the day because they're up. I'm using me as an example here because this is what I'm about to do as soon as I finish this particular podcast. Up early, I know it's a workout day. I'm thinking about what am I training today? So I'll give you an exact example. So mine is a pressing type workout today. I do 4 exercises. My first one is like an incline bench press on a 15-degree angle on the bench because it removes some pressure off my shoulders because of my shoulder surgery. So I know what it is that I'm doing as soon as I get up. What I'm then doing is I'm connecting with my overall goals for the year. Pardon me. So what is my goal for the year? Well, I want to achieve a muscle growth of 4 kilos of muscle this year. Okay, so I'm thinking about this workout. How does this particular workout help get me to what my goal is? And so then I'll break it down a little bit further in my mind and I say, well, I know that if I'm standing there looking at my body in the mirror and I can see, okay, this is what I want to do. I need to add more muscle to my upper body. Okay, what am I doing today? I'm doing an upper body workout. So what does that mean? I'm building my chest, I'm building my shoulders, and I'm building my lats under my armpits, but that's not today's workout. So what I'm connecting with is building my chest, building my shoulders today. They're the ones that I'm focused on today. So I think, okay, this workout, by me pushing hard, by me achieving what I want to achieve, these things are getting bigger. So it's almost like, imagine a balloon. So I'm imagining literally pumping those up a little bit. So that's what I start to think about. Then my next step is to fuel myself. I know I've got a workout coming up in about 30 minutes time. For me right now, it's probably closer to about 10 minutes time. So I need to fuel myself. So I have my pre-workout formulation. For me, it's something like a Gatorade, Powerade, Sportsaid, Staminade, whatever it is that you've got, some sort of sports drink that's got sugar in it. Okay, yes, sugar, because I want this to get into my system fast. I also had a scoop of protein powder in it. Okay, just mixed with water. Oh well, it depends what you're using. If you're using the granulated Powerade or whatever. For me, mine is powdered. So I'm adding that to it. It's just about 150, 200 mils. Shake it up, drink it. That's my pre-workout. Then it's about warming up. So how do I warm up? For me personally, I don't spend a lot of time on the treadmill or doing that kind of stuff to warm up. I'm just using I use my resistance band to warm up my shoulders, particularly for today, because it's upper body, looking after the shoulders that I've had surgery on, warming those up. So I call that warming up and stretching. You never want to stretch cold, always do a bit of a warm up. So I'm working out my shoulders a bit before I actually start to work out. Then what I'm looking at is I'm focusing on the outcomes that I want to achieve for this particular workout. I'm doing that while I'm doing my resistance bands, warm up and stretches. Okay, so I'm thinking about, okay, today it's upper body. What were my results for the last workout? Okay, how would you know that? Well, I record all my details. My workouts are structured like this. I do 3 strength sessions a week. I do 1 workout per body part, if you like, a week. So I look back to last week's workout and I say, okay, these were the goals that I hit last week. Every single week, based on what I'm doing right now, is I'm looking to gain more weight, as in put on more weight on the bar for each set that I do. So I look at last week's and I say, okay, I achieved this. The minimum I will increase is 250 grams. Yeah, you might think, what's 250 grams? 250 grams is more than last week. Okay, so I look to what was my limit last week? What can I do this week? Okay, that's my target. Okay, now I only know that because I've written it down. The average Joe is not writing anything down. Okay, not recording anything. Okay, just going through the motions of a workout. Oh yeah, well I'm going to the gym, I'm doing that. But how would you ever know? Well, I can go back to this time last year and see, what was I lifting? What was I doing? And I know that this part of my program right now, I'm not in the heaviest part of my workout, as in the heaviest part of my cycle, because I'm in week 4 of my next 12-week training block. Okay, and right now I'm not aiming to lift as heavy as I can every single workout. What I'm trying to do is work in the range of 10 to 12 repetitions. I'm looking for getting a really good pump, a muscle pump, and I'm making sure that I am trying to still increase the weights that I'm lifting every single week, because then I know I'm progressing. Really important. So I'm looking at all of those aspects of my training. Next thing, I'm thinking about the intensity that I need to put into this workout. So I'm using all my time here, my warm-up, my preparation in the morning I know that from the time I'm getting up, this is the workout that I'm doing. It just so happens that today I'm able to do it because we're in lockdown. My schedule's freed up a little bit, so I'm doing it first thing in the morning, nice and early before the sun comes up. So I'm thinking about the intensity that I need to put into this workout. I'm thinking about my goals. I'm connecting all of those things, because if I get up and I'm a little bit tired, which I was this morning, how am I going to achieve the goals that I want to achieve? Well, I've got to stay connected to them. I'm thinking about the workout. I'm thinking about what I did last week. I'm thinking about what I need to do to hit my goals this week. I'm thinking about the intensity that's required. So you see, I'm starting to build this momentum in my mind so that I can achieve the results that I want. I'm looking at last week's results. I'm thinking about every single exercise that I'm doing. I'm thinking, okay, first exercise up that I've got in a matter of minutes is my incline bench press. I know what I need to do to achieve something better than last week. How do I know that? Because I've got it written down and I can see. It's in an app that I use for myself and for all my clients. Most people aren't doing that. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm fueling myself through the workout. After every single exercise that I'm doing, I'm having a sip of my drink, which is, for me, it's an isogenics product mixed with water. It's just like a Gatorade or that kind of stuff. It doesn't have as much sugar in it. I sip that after every single set. So I'm continuing to fuel myself through my workouts. I aim for my workouts to be around about, 45 minutes to an hour. It depends on how much rest I'm having, and I'll talk about that in a second. The other thing that I'm doing in between sets, I'm staying focused. I'm staying driven. I'm thinking about that next set that I'm doing. And that next set, I'm connecting with the muscle. I'm connecting with the goal. Really important, that mind-muscle connection as I'm doing each exercise. Okay, it's not just about banging them. So the first one's an incline bench press. It's not just a matter of as fast as I can, bang it off my chest, bounce it off my chest and push it back up again. It's good control. It's putting my mind into my chest as the weight is lowering and as it's pushing back up. I'm not thinking about my arms. I'm thinking about my chest. Most people say, oh, my arms are getting too tired. So, okay, it's your chest that we're working. So put your mind into your chest. The next one, I've said about recording your workout results. Make sure that you record everything that you're doing. Why? So that we can track it, so we can see your progress. It's very easy to not track anything and just say, yeah, I'm going to the gym, this is what I'm doing, but you're not progressing. You don't have a structured plan. I've got my whole year mapped out. 12-week training blocks. I'm in the current, and they go in 3-4 week blocks. And I'm about to start my week 4 training block of my second 12 weeks for the year. And that creates focus and energy. You know you're working towards something. The other thing you need to do is rest, making sure that you're resting appropriately between your sets. Now that's going to vary for me throughout the year based on the training that I'm doing. So I'm looking to rest between about 2 minutes between each set that I do. That gives me enough recovery time, enough to focus to get out that next set. So that's going to vary, but you want to be consistent. I've got an Apple Watch, I use the timer, press it, bang, when it's done, I go again. The other thing that I do is I summarize at the end of the workout how the whole workout went. You might think, oh, why are you doing that? You just get out and you go. No. What I want to do is I want to rate the workout. I always rate it out of 5. It's a very thing. My app's got 5 stars. I always rate it. And then I always write some commentary. And in that commentary, I'll say, how did I feel? What was my mood like? What was the workout like? What was the intensity like? And every time actually, I'll put in some emojis that fit how I'm feeling. Okay? Might sound silly, but I want to be able to know if I'm looking back, how was I able to achieve that last time? Was I feeling a little bit flat? Good example is not the last workout, but the second last workout that I did. I did okay through the workout, but I felt distracted. So I wrote, I was distracted during the workout. I didn't achieve my best lifts. Why? Because I was thinking about my daughter in hospital and what she was going through, and it distracted me for the whole workout. Okay? So I want to know what's going on in my mind. Over time, like in, say, 4 weeks' time, I'm not going to remember that, okay, yeah, I was distracted because of that, so I didn't get as good a workout. So that's why you record it. The next one is the workout's done. It's now up to my post-workout recovery, the fuel that I'm taking in to recover myself. So I make sure that I do the same thing that I did at the start of the workout, fueling myself that way. Really important. And then for the next couple of hours afterwards, I get in, some whole foods. So I'm making sure that I get the balance of that right. I won't tell you everything that I include in that, but I'm getting the balance of that right. It's not your muffin and your coffee, okay? It's plant-based food. It's chicken or beef. I normally have beef after my meal, and plenty of vegetables and some rice, things like that, or some quinoa, that kind of stuff. And then I get on and I win the rest of the day. You can see how the difference compares to your average Joe. And you can see why the supreme athlete gets far better outcomes than your average Joe. Because it's so precise. And I do that for every single workout. Sometimes I do it better than others, let's be honest. Like if I'm a little bit distracted because my daughter's in hospital, then obviously the outcomes for that workout aren't as great as if I'm not distracted. Now, I'm not superhuman, right? You might think about everything that I just said and say, wow, that's way too much. But is it? Think about some of the things that you do in the high-performing part of your life, and you compare all of those things that you currently do to somebody that's, say, average Joe in that particular area. You are great at those things that you're great at, and you're great at them for a certain reason. You weren't born that way to just do that. You conditioned yourself to be a top performer in those areas of your life. And that's just what I've done. I've been training for 33 years. It's taken me years to work out what's the best formula for me. It's taken me probably 33 years to be as focused as I am right now and to work out what are all those key things that I must do to get my body where it is that I want to get to. And what's exciting about all of this, I know that there is still more to come. I know that there are other things that I can be doing that I maybe haven't even discovered yet to get these things done, to get more out of my body. And even though I'm 52 years of age, I know that I can get more out of my body. I know I can get more out of my workouts. I know I can certainly get more out of my mindset. It's just, where are you limiting yourself right now? You can do it. Now, if you need to go through all of those things again, go back and replay it again. It might sound like a lot, but you condense all of those things fairly quickly, so it's like, bang, it's just a click of the fingers. You just do it like that. Now, I haven't always been as focused as this. I've conditioned myself to do it. So if I can condition myself to do it, you can do. I can too. If you need a hand, easy. Go to thementaltoughnessandbodyshow.com, opt in for your free consultation with me. Let's start a conversation. Let's work out what it is that you're doing, what it is that you want to do, and let's get you the best level of health, the best looking body you've ever had in 2021. Stay safe, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.